This is Bobby, and I'm Bob. Every once in a while, somebody in San Diego gets a little stupid, invites Bobby over to dinner. Because Bobby likes to share some of the conspiracies. And once he breaks out his foil hat, all the conspiracies start to flow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transform the conspiracy into Jamaican, and then in your mind you can transfer it into English, and then we'll all know what Bobby is talking about. Guess who's coming to dinner? Not the dreadlock.
All right, so like sometimes I don't know where I'm at, like position-wise, like where I'm with people. So I kind of like lose track of what I'm gonna say. So I'm at this like really awkward dinner party with my friend's like landlord and other roommates. Really weird situation. And I had just gone vegan, and they're all cooking up like this giant like steak dinner and crabs and all that. And I don't know like how to gauge conversation with these people at all. So I'm like throwing anything, like Game of Thrones. I'm in the one place where no one watches Game of Thrones. I'm like, how is this happening? Like out of 6 people, my friend and I were the only ones that watched it. And I was just like, okay. Anyway, so I'm like I'm reaching for things to talk about. And I'm like, all right, so do you guys think Tupac's dead? And they all look at me and I'm like, what? And I'm like, all right, so hear me out. So like, in Nevada, where he died, if you have your life tried on you 3 times, you're allowed to fake your death. Now, you guys think Tupac may have had his life tried on him 3 times? Probably. Now, it's a felony if you collect the insurance money after you fake the death. Well, his mother never collected the insurance money. Now, who's not gonna collect free insurance money? Come on, think about that. So that also kind of bombs. They're all like, I'm like, okay, geez, what the hell do I talk about? So then I was like, so do you guys think Saddam Hussein's dead? And JP, one of the guys that's at the dinner, he's a Iraq vet. I'm a vet too, so like I didn't get like scared when he kind of freaked out a little bit. And I'm like, what, dude? And he's like, come on, yeah, we killed him. I was there. And I was like, did you see him die? He's like, no. And I'm like, all right, look, he was a dictator, all right, and he had body doubles. The guy that we found in that hole had a beard and an afro. You don't know what's up. You have no way of knowing for sure. And he's like, he got so mad. I was like, I bet you think we killed Bin Laden too, right? And he's like, what do you mean we didn't kill him? I'm like, okay, so a SEAL team comes in the middle of the night, shoots up a place, and then doesn't show the body, and then wraps the body in a white sheet, and then dumps it in the middle of the ocean for no one to identify the body at all. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, public enemy number 1. And so it's like, what do I do here? And I was like, all right, screw it. So chemtrails are a thing. Like straight up, you guys can act like they're not, but chemtrails are definitely a thing.
Come on, let me tell you about chemtrails. You ever know, like down the street at Garnett and Jamaica Boulevard, old man Thomas's cow is always farting up a storm. And you feel that there's some type of conspiracies that going on because there's too much of farting coming out of it. How could one cow be farting that much? I understand a pig, but a cow. So it's like chemtrails, cow trails, pig trails.
Well, I mean, if you really think that, we haven't controlled the weather by now, I don't know what's going on. I mean, if you look up HAARP, you look up, aluminum oxide in the atmosphere, or, dumping the coal dust over everything, or the CIA actually coming out and saying that, stratospheric aerosol injections are a legitimate thing. You know what's really interesting is that a lot of people don't realize, there's like a third of the Matrix that they don't put in the movie. Yeah, they talk about the whole blocking out the sun. Well, that was caused by geoengineering. What are they doing right now? Oh, man. And then
why is it so dark?
Dude. Well, it's night, but
it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, but what? But then you got Elon Musk talking about how AI is gonna take us over and kill us. And it's so Matrix prophecy, right? Documentary. Yeah. What do you got, Bob?
Don't let them fool ya, or even try to school ya, because the fittest of the fittest will survive. Stay alive, hey. Could you be loved, oh yeah, and be loved? Could you be loved, oh yeah, and be loved?
All right, so this actually isn't conspiracy, but like, when he was talking about,
He doesn't have his hat on, so it can't be
this
conspiracy.
isn't conspiracy, so it's like, the whole cow fart thing he was talking about. Like, who else seen like,
pigs. Don't name
and
the
the
pigs.
pigs, yeah, I mean, pigs, they fart a lot too. But like, you guys seen like Cowspiracy, right? You guys know about animal agriculture and all that whole deal?
Yeah.
It's like, so like, all they do is, they tell us that something's happening, but then they don't give us the real reason for why it's happening, even though it's actually happening. So it's like the whole carbon tax thing. It's absolutely preposterous. It's like, oh, well, we're just going to tax everyone based on carbon emissions, when that's a drop in the bucket of what's actually doing anything. It's all the animal agriculture, and it's like, oh, well, it's all the CO2 in there. Well, if we'd stop cutting down trees for farmland, maybe those trees would take all that carbon and convert it into more oxygen. But what do? I guess that's counter to what they teach us in school. Oh, nice. It looks really good on you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. But it's not making any sense, guys. And instead of like taxing the people that are really doing it, like, multinational corporations and the oil companies, we're taxing us. Why don't we tax corporations until, I don't know, they figure out how to not make emissions anymore? Why are we, these things don't make any sense. All it is another excuse for them to take more money out of your pocket in this already debt-backed world that we live in. So real conversation we need to have is like ending the Federal Reserve. Oh, but that's a whole nother conspiracy on its own, 1917, IRS established, You guys know about the Federal Reserve, right?
Tell us.
You guys don't know about like the whole Federal Reserve and everything? You guys know we didn't have an income tax before 1917, right? This is where this whole taxation is theft thing comes from. All right. So basically, Woodrow Wilson was put in power to establish the Federal Reserve that would take responsibility for all the financial measures in this country. Because, if the government's in charge of printing the money, something will go wrong, which that's complete bullshit. So if you guys didn't know, all of our money is backed by debt, which means everything that we have in circulation, we actually had to buy from the Federal Reserve. So no matter what, we're always at a negative. We never have positive wealth development. Whose bright idea is that? Better yet, if the Federal Reserve is an independent institution, who owns that institution? I don't know. I haven't figured it out.
There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. And if you listen carefully now, you will hear. This may be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer, many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. Wake up, man.
Since the start of our occupation in the Middle East in 2003, over 1.5 million Arabs have died as the result of civil war, ongoing military intervention. And the thing is that we've gotten so used to war, we've gotten so used to this that no one's talking about it anymore. No one cares at all. And now Trump just announced that he's gonna up Afghanistan, which is another 5,000 troops that have absolutely no reason to be there, other than the fact that they're protecting poppy fields and protecting natural resources, minerals, heavy metals, and everything. Everything there. It's all about control of resources, money, power. It's all about control, guys. And it's really starting to encroach and really surround us all. But I won't bum you out anymore.
Poppy fields for heroin.
Thank you.